I'm Rick Arrington. I'm a security consultant from Virginia and a retired police lieutenant. I'm also retired from the Commonwealth of Virginia as the Crime Prevention Program Manager and subject matter expert. I'm here today to talk to you about a very important topic: safety in the church, security in the church. Without a doubt, we've been warned in 2 Timothy that Christians will be persecuted and that evildoers will enter into the church. It's arrived today. Mass violence is on the increase. In fact, half of the mass shootings in the last 53 years in the United States occurred between 2014 and 2018. The only way we can address any problem in the church, we go to the Book of Answers. The congregation are as sheep. That is to say, they have no defensive mechanism, no claws, no odors such as a skunk would have, no sharp teeth, and therefore they're very dependent upon the shepherd for that protection. Well, what we're looking for is a leader that we know has the characteristics and the traits for what we're going to ask of them. The role of the safety team should be, if there's a problem, we isolate the problem from the church or the church from the problem. The number of people you have on the safety team is dependent on the size of the church. So everything that I'm teaching you can be done for a large congregation, or it can be tailored to a very small congregation. Have you considered how you will identify your safety team? That is, to the congregation, how will they know who they are? We have a very interesting concern here. In law enforcement, we might have a technical term for the person that wears a shirt that says security on it. It's called the first target. So we don't want to identify our safety team in such a manner. Well, one thing that you might consider is to identify them in a subtle way. One of the things that I like to recommend is to identify the safety team with a small, one of these rubber armbands, brightly colored, of a particular color. You can tell the congregation then that if you have a problem, if you see a problem, talk to someone wearing that armband. We want everyone in the church to be trained on what is suspicious behaviors. You notice I say behaviors, but I also mean what is suspicious attire, what is suspicious activity. Here's how we recognize suspicious. Suspicious is anything that is out of the norm for your congregation. Is it normal for visitors to sit in the very front of the church? A visitor who's never been to your church before, your congregation, and he walks in, he comes all the way to the front and sits down. Is that normal? Is it normal for them to sit on the very back row? Is it normal for people to wear clothes that are unseasonable? For example, would it be unusual in the dead of summer in Arizona for someone to wear a trench coat? That's the kind of thing we're looking for. Behaviors, not that it would be abnormal to wear that coat in Boston in the wintertime, but it would be abnormal in Arizona in the summer. Come right in. I'm going to step forward and say, hey, how are you doing? Notice the position of my hands. When I shake his hands, I put my other hand here with my thumb on the inside of his elbow. This is just as friendly as the handshake alone. Nobody recognizes this as what it really is. And that is a method of me getting, if he tries to pull away or tries to do something, I can control him simply by the pressure point on the inside of his elbow and by holding this hand. So I'm shaking his hand. The other thing I do is watch my movement. I'm talking to him. As I talk to him, how are you doing?
All right.
And where are you from? Yeah, you see, he noticed, he goes, he didn't know where he was from. That's a check mark. And when he torques your body, then anything that's concealed here would protrude more so. That's the purpose of turning the body, so that it torques the body and it makes it more visible for her. At the same time, while he's on this side and he torques my body, it opens my coat somewhat that he can do a quick glance in here to see if there's any weapons. If you'll come with me, I'll seat you so that we don't disrupt the service. Remember, this helps to make it look like it's not security, it's just good service. So I'm going to escort him in. Come on in, I'll escort you and let you sit you down. So I stay right beside him. I haven't seen a weapon or any indication of it. So what we're doing is, ideally you want to walk him into an area, preferably somewhere you have designated that no one sits, and you tell him, have a seat here. Now when he sits there, my job is to sit behind him at this point. Now some people have asked, why not sit beside him, be that much closer to him? The answer is very simple. If a person is sitting in front, and I'm beside him, and he pulls a weapon, with that weapon, it's harder for me to control while I'm on the pew with him, because he's moving and he could turn it on me, or he could take that weapon and turn it this way or what. A revolver can only fire when that cylinder can rotate. So if he holds the gun, if I see the gun and I can control him and pull him back, and I can wrap my hand around the cylinder, not the barrel, the cylinder, he can pull the trigger, but the gun cannot fire. The peace of God keep you and guard you, and may you be successful as you secure the faithful.
Hi, I'm Melissa Lancaster, and I want to welcome you to Praise and Harmony TV. Here on this app or website, whichever you're using, you'll find countless videos on how to sing, vocal care, music theory, training for individual songs, and learning harmony parts, music videos and lyric videos for your church to stream, children's content, and so much more. We are adding new content every day, so be sure to take a look around and be sure to sign up for your 3-day free trial.